And we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to Is Your Six Covered? Appreciate you guys showing up. Hopefully, you guys had an awesome day. I can see quite a few of you are out there already, which is really cool. Let me silence this phone because for some reason I always get somebody that wants to text me. So let's see who got first place. We got Andy Nelson gets first again, DW in second, Sigboy in third, Ranger 10mm in fourth, and your pal Matt in fifth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Papa's Place out there. I was watching Big Johnson's chat, and it's 9 o'clock, so it's time to rock and roll. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Doing well. We went to the shooting range today. Named the video Things Learned Today. And I learned a lot. John Jeffries, welcome. There was a lot of fun. So we had John Kreiderman was out there. We had X-Ring, your pal Matt, myself. And then later on there was a couple people that showed up to shoot, but they were doing some other stuff. But it was a lot of fun. So hopefully everybody's doing well. We got Daniel out there. What the hell, he says. It's so much fun when everybody knows what WDH means, right? That means you've been around a while. Been around on the chat for a while. And Daniel, you had texted me, and I was supposed to tell Ray something, and I completely forgot what it was. So I'll have to remember tomorrow. Dryan's out there. How you doing, Dryan? We got Brian Marks, Darren Becker, David W. How you doing? Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right. Well, let's get going. Let's have some fun here. And hopefully this stuff that I'm going to be telling you guys of my shortcomings today, I really felt like I walked away, or I should say drove away from that range today. Was not very good. So I don't know if it was breathing 10 days of California air or what the heck was going on. But the brain was not working. It could be the whole retirement thing. Maybe my brain's on retirement as well. We got big country out there in Jackson. So I don't know what was going on. But some of the things that I learned today, shooting at the range, as we are getting ready for that match on the 23rd, the NRL X 22 long rifle, but it's going to be out to some extra distance. We will be shooting out to 500 yards. And 500 yards, let me tell you, we were shooting a smaller target than what is going to be actually at the match. But man, that was a tough one for sure. So I got a couple things on the board. The what does Ray call it? The whiteboard of learning or wisdom or something. The mindset being in the game. So today, I don't know if I wasn't completely in the game. What the heck was going on? What's up, Charles Tiffy? I still want to get you on here to be on the chat one day. So if you're ever interested, let me know for sure. We got 2A refugees out there. And Abigail. Okay, we can start now that Doug B and Abigail have finally showed up. Let's see, just listening tonight, Jackson says. No problem. Don't be crashing into anything. Don't really use gigabytes anymore. How's retirement going? So far, it's only been a few days. It's going well. I actually went to Microtech today and had to do an interview, which was very short-lived because they had a meeting. So it was I got a hug from the owner, and I talked to the I don't know what his actual, what his position is, but he's probably doing the HR stuff right now, and gave him a few things, and he was going to look some stuff up, and we'll see what happens. So maybe I'll show up to work tomorrow. I don't know. We won't know. We got Nick Knox from Korea. So welcome. Tom Nixon's out there. Let's see. George Wilson. You guys are pouring in now. Let's see. For who asked in the last chat, the new Leupold PRS style reticle is called the PR2. So if you guys were here last night, Brian's got the answer to that for you guys, so that's awesome. That's the thing about it. Well, we got Otter. Otter snuck in up there. I didn't even see Otter. I apologize. Did not forget you. See if I missed anybody. We got John Kreiderman out there. I think I got everybody so far, but if not, just type something in there and I'll definitely get to you. We got Tony the Redneck Preppers out there. But the mindset thing. So back to the mindset. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was like thinking about going back to work kind of deal or whatever the case was. None of yu's out there. How you doing, none of you? First thing I did wrong was we were shooting basically, we had set up some stages that are going to be at the match. What up, John Simonelli? And Killa Data, James Smith. But what we did was we read the book, we figured it out what targets we could use, and we just came up with something close. So if it was like, say the book says it was at 185, we would shoot the target at 200 and kind of like that, just so we didn't have to go out there every time and swap a bunch of steel around and move stuff around. So it was a lot of fun. What it was nice is we were learning positional shooting, kind of figuring out what we can do within the time frames. And then some of the targets we were shooting at were actually bigger, and I had said some of the targets earlier were larger. So there was both of that. There was a mix and match of stuff. And one of the things that really kicked my ass was there's one stage, and I can't remember which one it was, but it was like shoot 3 here, move on to the next target, shoot 2, move over here, shoot 3, and just trying to, between remembering the dope and dialing and depending on what you were doing, and then trying to remember what shot you were on. I don't know, my brain was foggy today. What up, Todd? How you doing? EP Integrations, Tom Nixon. And it was very frustrating. The guys were doing really well, and I'm like, man, I am getting my ass handed to me here. This is not any fun. So that was one of the problems, is understanding the stages. And I think like really get it ingrained. That's the reason why they give you the information ahead of time. For slow learners like me and maybe yourself out there, print those things out, really go over the stages, figure out what you need to do. Maybe you can't go practice. Maybe you can't go to the range, but at night you could study. You're like, okay, I need to shoot here. This is going to be the dope. And the dope, you guys, is data on previous engagements. So don't think we're selling crack tonight. That was last night we were selling crack. Tonight will be heroin. And just kidding. And know what's going to happen ahead of time. Don't wait till the last second. That was some of the problems that I used to have in 3-gun, was I wouldn't officially get a perfect stage in my head of where I'm going to shoot and move over to, and then, engage targets kind of deal. So knowing what your plan of attack is prior to getting up, prior to them saying, shooter ready kind of deal, is very important. Another thing I learned was, I learned quite a few things, and I'll grab the other card as well. But there was, depending on how you write this up, right? So let's just say that this top line was the first target and the second target. And then you see I scratched them out, and then I moved to this one down here. Now, at 200 yards with a 22, we're talking 22 long rifle, my dope was 7.2. And at 300 yards, it was 14. So what I tried to do, I think it was on this card when we were trying, is I actually wrote this backwards, because the stage was start at 300, and I don't know if it said 300 or your farthest target, and then shoot a certain string, and then move to 200, back to 300. And I had the dope in for the 200 yard because it was on top. Usually I write it correctly. I write the target that I'm going to shoot first on the top. Remember, the ones with the lines on it, just consider that a whole nother stage. But I did that all ass backwards, and I was about 6.8 mils low on my first shot, first 3 shots. So when you're shooting, you don't want to be so zoomed in that you can only see just the target, because if you miss, you want to be able to see where you're missing around it. Well, I had the target, I had it zoomed out pretty well, and I still couldn't see where the hell I was shooting. So I think it was the 3rd shot, I figured, oh crap, I did it backwards. Then I went over and I went to the right target, but still screwed this up. So I really screwed the pooch on that stage. Was like, if that would have been the match, I would have drove all the way down there, spent time, energy, and money, and really would have choked. It would have definitely knocked me out of any, I'm not saying top 10 finish, I'm just saying really would have knocked me right out of the game. But I do have, I think the other cards in here, my other train wreck, and then I will go to your guys' comments here in 2 seconds. Oh yeah, this one. This was another stage I had. And you're going to see 13.8 and then 21.7 in hole date. So now we're out to, I don't remember what the distance was on that. I think it was like 400 to 500. So I needed to be at 13.8, which was really 1.8. So I made one full rotation with the Razor HD. It goes to, now my brain's not even working. It goes to, jeez, I got 3 of these scopes and my brain ain't working right now. So it goes all the way around 9 and then 0 again. So 13.8 is really 1.8 because I made it all the way around. So I knew that needed to be on 1.8, and then I was going to hold. Then I was going to dial 21.7 and still have to hold 8 in the reticle. So if you guys haven't shot 22 long rifles out to some distance, you're really cranking that turret all the way around, and then you're still having to use the reticle, especially when you go to 500 yards. You really gotta like power out, not in, but power out, so you can see the bottom of the reticle. And I still had to hold 8, so that was basically, it was 29.7 to shoot that. So that one went to crap as well. But I'm gonna jump up here real quick, try to read some of your guys' comments, and then I got a few more things on here. I got 3 more topics still about things I screwed up on today, but let's see. Well, yeah, we want to know if Shaggy went to the dentist. Hopefully he did. Send a Microtech my way, Rick. I need a new knife. Hell, I got to get the job for sure there. Let's see, everyone has a day off time to time. Yeah, George Wilson, I appreciate that. I think you're right on that. Goes with anything. Hell, it could be just driving. People not paying attention. Let's see. Yo, John. Let's see. Did you guys build a floating platform yet? No, we did not, Mac Eve. We did not. I need to actually print those out again. Originally, when they all came out, I had printed them. It was before they had distances, and I printed them at work so I could study them at night a little bit. And then, like a week later, they had the distances, and I still have yet to print them out. So Ray did have a copy, so that's what we used for today. But I really need to get off my booty and actually print them out. Don't forget to like. Well said, well said. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, hit the thumbs up button. You got plenty of time. We're going to be yapping. Let's get some people in here. Maybe some new people that aren't familiar with the channel. Help me out a little bit. Let's see. Leopido gives in a significant price reduction for law enforcement and military, Tom says. Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of different, and not just so much scopes. I know Vortex and some of the other ones, but a lot of gear as well. Military and Leo do get a discount on stuff, especially accessories. You know, whether it's bipods, tripods, dope cards, different things of some sort. Yeah, you gotta stay in business, even if you got to stay busy, even in retirement. Yeah, for sure. I need to do something. Immediately put foot to ass right out of the gate. Yeah, I agree, Todd. Can't stay stagnant. What is the old saying? Something in motion stays in motion, or something like that. I think a lot of times, and I'm not even talking about myself, but people that are quite a bit older than me, you know, there's the people that sit and don't do anything, and they kind of just shrivel up, and hopefully I'm not that person. But you see those people out there, those quite older people than myself, and they're out walking and just enjoying life. And hell, I feel like they're better shape than I am. So kudos to them for sure. Shaggy Rifleman, man. I tell you what, as a group, we've come together as quite a good little family we got. There's a lot of people in here that are always in here and appreciate it. And Shaggy Rifleman's one of them. Hopefully we get Shaggy Rifleman to get his ass to the dentist and make sure he's healed up. Did you eat the brownies? LOL. I didn't see any brownies. Let's see, I think I'm not really sure, but it hurts like hell when I try to eat solids. Yeah, Shaggy, you gotta go, buddy. You got to go to the hospital. Not the hospital, the dentist. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I love it. I love that. Great comment. Let's see if that ends up being on the thumbnail. So if you guys don't know, if you don't make videos, YouTube will take your video, like from today's chat, and they will use a picture of something on it, and you just never know what it's going to be. Not that you can't change it, but they come up with what they think is going to be the best thumbnail, and sometimes you'd be amazed. All Rick gives important is shooting information. Important shooting information. Thanks, TB. I appreciate it, buddy. I still have yet to package that hat up and send it your way, but I did get your email, so we're at least 20% closer. The rug really ties the room together. Let's see. I just put a sport counter timer on the side of my rifle so I can see it with the cheek weld. XLR makes a scope mount, or it makes a mount for it. Helps a lot. No more rushing because I'm thinking I'm running out of time. Yeah, well said. How long have you had that, Brian? And are you giving it the thumbs up? And what's the price on it, if you don't mind us asking? I have seen them, but it's been a long time since I've seen them. But it is nice knowing how much time. Usually when I'm in the middle of, a stage, I think on that one video I put out for you guys, I think it was my first NRL 22 match. I kept asking how much time's left, but I basically just say time because I was in a hurry and being rude, I guess. I shouldn't. What's the time? Let's see. Hopefully they'll be able to get the procedure done. Yes, we need to get that done. Simon Klein's out there. How you doing? Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Commando 97. Let's see. Chief Rick, you're wearing a shirt today. What the hell? Are you going to the casino later? No casino. No casino. Not tonight, anyways. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. I like that, Idaho Rogers. Well said. That's pretty cool. I am on your time, brother. No matter when, no problem. I appreciate it, TB. Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Let's see. The YouTube is getting more aggressive. Oh, aggravated by the quarter. What was that Megadeth reference? Peace sells, but who's buying? Remember that one? Let's see. Hopefully Trump starts up his own social media platform soon. I tell you what, that whole thing's crazy. Let's see. Just a heads up. Digital communism is getting worse. Insurance companies are now dropping policies based on political alignment. Man, I haven't heard that yet, but I just heard it from the Shaggy Rifleman. Are you home yet? I am totally home. I got the Freedom Wall over here, and I got quite a damn mess over there, guys and gals. But I got plenty of time to clean it up now, because I am retired. I have rust in peace somewhere in my car. Let's see. I did. Let's see. Rick, this text screams Ray all day. What? Oh, the donuts. I haven't seen Ray eat a donut in a while. He was on a power kick there for a while, eating some donuts, but I haven't seen him eat a donut in a long time. He did have 2 chocolate chip cookies though when we drove through the old Mackie D's. Sir Rick's Man Cave Gun Shop is the Devil's Workshop. The parlor site probably won't be back up on an auction block. Were you able to eat out in California? You were able to eat out at a few places. So luckily I was in Riverside County. And Riverside County, at least in the town I was in, Temecula, California, you could eat in some of the restaurants. And I know a lot of the people in that town that own businesses kind of basically told Gavin Newsom to pack sand because their livelihood's on the line, just like poor everybody else. But they're just They're fed up with it. They complied with all the stuff and bought the extra tents and all that. And they did do. There is a lot of outside dining, but you can go in, use the bathroom, and in some places you can still eat inside. Not many, but you still can. So Simon, that is the answer to that, my friend. Is Ray hiding in that box behind you, ready to pop out? Yeah, he's right here. Shh. No, that was me. I actually had to open the box today. I got to shoot some Lapua. My Lapua Cinerex 22 ammo finally, so that was kind of nice. And there he is. Mr. X-Ring. Coming in hot. Trolling, what is it called when you're just sneaking around but not saying anything? Not trolling around, but we got the Red October. What is going on, my Knife Ninja Texan? All right, so another thing we're going to talk about is know your math for dialing. So on the Diamondback, which I had used at the NRL 22 match, I actually put tape on top of the turret, so as you turned it around, it'd go past. That one only goes to 5, so then 0 is 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10 kind of deal. Because you can get completely screwed up, especially when you have to shoot out to such distances. You're really cranking that thing down and trying to figure that out. Now on this one, I tried to get all mathematical ninja on myself, and all it did was backfire on me. So I had dialed for the one. We talked about it a little bit. I had dialed for the one. I think it was this one, yeah, and then hold for the other portion of it, and that did not work out so well. That did not work out so well. So I don't know what my best way is. I think there was plenty of time on that stage to actually just dial back and forth. I originally didn't think I would have enough in my turret to do that, but now looking back at it, I think it wouldn't have been a big deal at all. It would have been close, but it wouldn't have been a big deal. So let's see. And then the other one I had was know your scope. So knowing your scope and how many cranks you got to go. Some scopes will have on the at least on the Razor HD, after you go one rotation, there's a little sharp object that comes poking out, and as you go one more rotation, it has a little line on it and will tell you if you've gone out once or twice. So there is that. Where's the Bojangles? You know what? This is a good time to show my unsponsoring sponsorship. But we are drinking Pure Leaf Sweet Tea straight out of the jug as usual. And I think I'm going to have a swig of this right now. The wife wants to know when you're taking her on vacation after the retirement. I don't know. That's a good question. Anybody got time for that? DW's got a question on BCGs. Let her rip. I don't know if I can help you, but we'll see. So no Bojangles tonight, Simon. Yes, sir, Red October. Sweet tea, buddy. The good stuff. This is one of my top competitors for sweet tea right here. This Bojangles, actually even McDonald's sweet tea is pretty okay, legit. And then you got I buy it at the Bilos. You got the Bilos sweet tea. Let's see, Arrow, BCM, Radiant, etc. All good BCGs. So thick it took me an hour and a half to suck through the straw. Dinner tonight was ramen. Oh yeah, where is Shibal Seki? Shibal Seki. Hopefully you show up and hopefully I remember. But I tore up some of the ramen noodles last night, the potato ones. I had 2 of those. It was actually really good. So I had it right after. Pistol Pete, retirement's doing well, my friend. It's I'm brand new to this retirement game. And if you didn't hear, if you just got here, I went on an interview for work, which I haven't had to do in 21 years. Which the interview was very simple. In the fire service, everything's nuts. Like, depending on what position you're doing, you're like taking a written exam, and then if you pass the written exam, then you go to then you actually go to an interview, and then if you do okay at that interview, then you go to the chief's interview, and then you meet with the chief, and he does an interview with you. So completely different. So I've been on hundreds of interview, board panel, hiring kind of stuff, but yeah, this was quite a bit different, more relaxed, which I would assume since it's not it's not a fire department, but it was kind of fun, and who knows, maybe I'll have to go through more of a a real one later. I'm not sure. Are you sure your bullets weren't hitting the magneto speed, John Krudeman? We actually brought that. We did bring that, but we did not have to use it today. What's up? Let's see. We got Cameron snuck in here. I didn't even see Cameron. How you doing? Appreciate you showing up, my friend. Let's see who else might have showed. Let's see. 500 yards was extremely difficult. Yeah, John can tell you it was very tough. For me, scope needs an upgrade. I do not think I hit it at all. Pitiful. John, I tell you what, it was tough. There was a lot. There was a lot of mirage, and it was not hot today. It wasn't even really cold today. It was kind of, I don't know what the deal was, but there was some mirage. There was quite a bit of wind. I think at one point we were shooting 2 mils, which isn't much per se, but the 2 mils and 22 long rifle at 500 yards. So, and that's not even really noticeable stuff. Like you're not even seeing like trees moving and stuff like that. It's just maybe a hint of grasses moving and some of the taller sticks maybe kind of twitching around a little bit. And yeah, that's 2 mils of hold for wind. So that's one thing. There's many things I need to learn better and more in depth and stuff. But if you can know wind or practice giving yourself wind calls and trying to guess, like if you can get that down, that's a huge, that's a good third of the battle. I mean, between shooting good, having good position, all that other stuff, having a decent equipment, and then knowing wind calls, like that can really step up your game for sure. I'm doing well. Let's see. Are you sure? Okay. So you need a high pressure bolt from a 6.5 Creedmoor bolt carrier, and if so, who makes a good one, and why do I need one? Okay, DW's asking. I guess he's got a 6.5 Creedmoor gas gun because I see bolt carrier. Do I need a high pressure bolt for my 6.5, or, and if so, I don't know. I don't see why it's not just a normal one. If it's built for 6.5, it should be fine. Hopefully you guys can answer a little better, more in depth, because I don't see why you would. I don't even know what you consider a high pressure bolt. Shibal Seki said last night that he thought you'd like the potato ramen. Oh, did he? 45 auto? It was delicious. It really was delicious. It was so good I made another one. I was like, you know what? It'll only take a few minutes. I want to make some more. It normally isn't done that way. What normally isn't done that way? I want to know, X-Ring. Tell me. What isn't done that way? Learning wind or what? Oh, it normally isn't done that way. You're talking about the interview. Yeah, totally. I totally understand. Once I got a hug from the owner, and he said, let's get in here, and then I got to go kind of thing. I figured, all right, I might be lucky today. Let's see. Did X-Ring's Night Force ATAC adjust out to 500 yards without holdover? Carry more. I think he still had to hold over, but he should probably answer that one. Oh, no, right there. Yeah. I am running a 40 MOA, and he still had to use it. Yep. John Elliott, what's up, fellas? How are you doing tonight, John? Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you coming. It's always fun. We got Patrick Smith out there. Let's see. DW, an arrow or JP BCG will work great. There you go, TB, or DW. We got Patrick Smith saying the arrow or the JP bolt carrier group will work well. Ready to... Talking motorcycles, David W. Hopefully that one is answered by X-Ring because I have no idea what his answer would be. Let's see. The high pressure bolt carrier usually has a small pan, but you can buy a regular bolt carrier just to make sure it is small pan. There you go, Thomas. See, great answers. That's why I do this. I know you guys come here to learn stuff, but it's not always for me, which that's the reason why I do this too. I like learning stuff. All the 6.5 bolts will be high pressure with a smaller firing pin. Let's see. Okay, let's see. You'll see the new release from... Can't even read that. My eyes are just... Send a Microtech care package my way. Go get your damn teeth fixed. I might send you a Microtech something. Like a hat or something I can afford. Y'all see a new release from 94. 130 MOA and a 3 to 5 by 20. Wow. That's badass. That's only going to cost $6 million, but that'll be pretty cool. Michael C., how you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oops. Okay. Okay, thanks, guys. You'll see research on it. Did know. It was a great community to talk to and having fun. Yeah, it sure is, John. It really is. I appreciate everybody showing up, but I think it's a great place. It's like an hour and a half. Sometimes we get crazy, talk for 2 hours, but it's kind of refreshing to not hit the politics and just kind of let the brain flow a little bit, have some fun, and talk about stuff that people enjoy doing, and that's Second Amendment shooting kind of stuff, and mostly related to the long range stuff lately. I don't have any 3-gun matches in the future, which is fine with me. I'd rather shoot NRL and PRS style matches. I think a little bit more. The love for the bolt gun is definitely more. I don't know. I'm liking it a lot more. It's cool. You get that tooth fixed, and I might send you something. You just get that tooth fixed, buddy. Skunk. Hey, Rick, why don't you drink alcohol? I actually did drink a whole 10 years worth of alcohol on my retirement party, and I can't get into all the specifics, but yeah, I paid for it the next day. Well, I paid double fold on that one. It was I was drinking Crown. They had apple Crown there, and I had that with, what's that stuff called? Seltzer water? Not seltzer water, something else. It's sweeter. It's got it's kind of like Sprite, but it's not Sprite. It's that, I can see the can, it's green, but I don't know what the hell it is. It's not Sprite. But anyways, that stuff tasted really good, and it went down really fast, really smooth, and then I was a complete utter wreck. So that's how that went. It was so fun though. The buddies of mine. So years back, I used to do a lot of cowboy stuff. Used to do roping and bull riding and all sorts of fun crap, right? And so my cowboy buddies, as we like to call them, because it just kind of classifies my older, a lot of my high school and I don't know, my old buddies that I've known for many, many years. And we went over to my buddy's house where he had the party, and it was a good time. But he actually had a buddy of his come play guitar. He played and he sang. Man, the guy was amazing singer and guitar player. And then when you have a few cocktails, you think you're a rock star, so you get on the guitar and you try to pull off magic. And I had fun. I didn't do great, but I had fun, and I think everybody had a good time. I know I did. It was fun, and I appreciate those guys doing that for me. And then they had a big barbecue and did a bunch of carne asada and lots of stuff. So it was freaking cool as hell. So that was, ginger ale. Maybe ginger ale. I don't know. No, it wasn't Mellow Yellow. It wasn't 7-Up. It wasn't Squirt. It was something you add to drink cocktails mostly, but it's sweet. It's not just like bubbled water. It's something else. Anyways, having flashbacks. Make it stop. Are you talking about tonic water? No, it wasn't tonic water. I don't know what it is. We'll just call it sweet, bubbly death. That's what we'll call it. That's what we'll call it. Is too much of something is bad. Skunk Ape, when he drinks, he ends up with hookers and cocaine. Dang it, Skunk Ape, you got to knock that off, buddy. You got to knock that off. You're going to end up with an itch. Let's see. I agree with Conservative Sniper Hunter on 6.5 Creedmoor. See, Carcane busting out the Futurama reference. John's out there. Tonic. I don't know what it was. Jamming with friends is fun. Yeah, what up, Chris? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. I know you're over at the... I saw you over with Hank Strange. Let's see. Michael C's out there. When it foams coming out of your nose. Yeah, I don't want to get into details, but let's just say I saw some of it later. Unfortunately. Take your pick. Tika Ruger, Savage. Here we go. Here's a question from Conservative Sniper Hunter. Thompson Center. The list goes on. Oh, John Elliott must have asked a question. Let's see. Let me scroll back up here and see. Dun, 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 dun. What should be my first bolt gun and caliber? Wow. First bolt gun. Man, there's so many out there, like Conservative Sniper Hunter says. I would say the caliber, I would go with the 6.5 Creedmoor, honestly. You can get the distance. It's not too crazy of a barrel burner. It's very accurate round. They make some really good stuff for it as far as like Hornady makes a great round. They got a lot of different loads already developed. So that's already figured out for you if you're a reloader. As far as gun, depends on how much you want to spend and what you're looking for. And then if you're left-handed, your options get a little slimmer from there. But mine, I went with the Tika. But you're looking at about $1,800, which is kind of expensive. So, everybody, help John out and tell him what you guys think. I'd like to see the answers as well. It'd be fun. So, John, Tika and 6.5 or 308. There you go. Great answer. I agree with Conservative Sniper Hunter, 6.5 Creedmoor. I love my bolt guns. George Wilson, welcome. Mainly because it's huge pain in the ass / our newest laws of Canada make it impossible to have all the cool stuff. Welcome, George. And thanks for showing up from Canada. Yeah, you see a lot of people saying 6.5. A lot of people saying 6.5 so far. Hangovers hurt more the older we get. I can't hang like, yeah. Cameron, that's well said. And that's the reason why I don't drink. Because usually when I do drink, I'll go, you know what, one more drink's fine, and then it's not. All right, what else do we got? Eagle Eye Shooting's out there. Welcome, Eagle Eye. Muzzle brakes on a 50 are for weenies. We got the crazy Scotsman out there, too. Welcome. And we got Joaquin Jack Nava's out there. Hello. I didn't realize Weatherby Vanguard made a chassis rifle. Anyone shoot one? I have not, Lynn. I have not. All right, so let's keep moving on here. Dope card going in order of shot. I already did that one. Our little thing of knowledge, our whiteboard of knowledge is we've gone through them all so far. So what are we at? We're at 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Drink throws off your game. Yeah, the drink definitely throws off your game. See, you got some more people saying 6.5. I think for the everyday shooter that just wants to go out, go to the store, grab a couple boxes of ammo, and go shoot something, at a decent long range. The 6.5 is definitely definitely probably one of the ways to go for sure. Papa Les is out there. All right, what else do we got in here? So I had a chance to actually take the Bad MF. This is the bullet, what is it? Management data folder from X-Ring Customs. And the way I ran this thing today, because I'm like most of you guys waiting on a few things, and apologize for all the noise, but I actually ran it where I just put a whole block of 22 long rifle in here, because at this time, and I had a few other things in here, but now it's just some Cinerex. I think I went through 150 rounds today. Yep, went through 150 rounds today doing some practicing, and that's kind of how I use my data management system. So it worked out really well, and was definitely impressed with it. And what I like about it is you can, when there's quite a few of these, you can kind of customize it so you can figure out which one's yours. I love that patch from the Sniper's Unknown. It's just kind of crazy looking, but you can know it's yours. And had some issues with the Kestrel today. Oh, that was another thing I learned that I forgot to put on the board. So I got the rifle that you guys know about, the Voodoo, and I finally had a chance to enter it into my Kestrel. And every time I would shoot, so you got Matt has a Voodoo, Ray has a Voodoo, I have a Voodoo, and I'm looking at my dope, and Matt would say I don't know, nine mils, and I'd be looking at mine and I'm going, what the hell? And mine would say like 6 or something. I'm like, there's no way it can be this far off. So then I'd put it back on live environmentals and I'd spin it up again. And I'm like, what is going on? So then I had to ask Dad. I'm like, hey Ray, I can't get this damn thing to work right. Can you help me out? So when you're trying to true your Kestrel out, and a good video Ray did on truing, basically going over the whole thing. But I'm like, what is going on? I thought I was doing everything right, and then I showed him what I was doing, and he's all, wait a minute, why isn't that working? And then he was smart enough to figure out that I had put in 100-yard zero, so everything was all jacked. And I just got done zeroing one of these, or setting one of these up for my buddy, Dino, which I don't think he'll ever watch these videos, but he got a Tika just like mine. Got the same scope, got the same thing, got the same Kestrel, got the same BDX 3000s and everything. And except he forgot to buy the link, by the way. But so I don't really have issues getting all this stuff figured out. And I'm like, why is this thing kicking my ass? Well, it was all because I had 100-yard zero. So normally we sight everything in at 100 yards, and I think my just being used to putting in the 100, I wasn't paying attention. Again, right, being in the game, like we talked about, the mindset of trying to do well at shooting, you actually have to show up in here in order to do decently, because if you're not in the game, you're definitely going to show you're not in the game. So that was an issue. That ended up being fixed very easily, but it's always good when you're having an issue, to bounce it off somebody, and they can tell you, not that Ray told me I was stupid, but when you're just, the brain's not working right, you can bounce it off somebody, and you can be like, here you go, silly. So that was another thing I had learned, is when you put in 100-yard zero, and you're supposed to put in a 50-yard zero because that's what your rifle zeroed at. It was, we got a good video coming out, just so you guys know. It's going to be on Ray's channel. He could be editing it right now for all I know. But we took we took a Ruger RPR, we took a Bagara, and we took a few Voodoos. I think we had 3 Voodoos. And we kind of showed the difference on what, because this Bagara had a 16-inch barrel. It was set up for X-Ring's daughter, Mini X. And the rifles that we have are just too heavy for her to manipulate around. And also move like tires and stuff that you have to do for the stages. So the Bagara is a carbon fiber barrel. It's very light to like a normal adult shooter. Like you pick it up and you're like, wow, this is like super light. Oh, he's not going to air it. Oh, that sucks. So we ended up taking those rifles and we did printed groups. So we printed groups at 50 yards. And then we shot steel at, I think it was 200, 300, and 400. And you can see from that video, which you probably won't ever get a chance to see, it sounds like, there was a huge difference. Now, a lot of it is, the barrel length was shorter, and so that gun wasn't getting the velocities, but the groups printed, and I know the Bagaras are really nice, everybody. I'm not talking any smack about them. They're great rifles. But there was quite a drastic difference in the grouping, whether it was at 200 yards or the misses at 300 and at 400. What up, Ortiz? How you doing, buddy? I just showed off one of your patches, my man. So if you guys, Ortiz over there, he helps run. Maybe he's completely in charge of this. The Sniper's Unknown. I'm not sure. All I know is I met him out there, and he was definitely one of the guys in charge. And a really cool dude for that matter. But it was pretty cool, so welcome. Lakeview Outdoors also. Thanks for showing up. But there was a difference, and it's like, okay, when you get to a point where you're trying to hit targets at 500 yards with a 22 long rifle, and the target we were using was a lot smaller than what we had to shoot at the match, it was super difficult, even with the best gear you can buy. So there was a noticeable difference, I will say that. So when you do spend money on good equipment, you are getting a little bit more accurate of a rifle. You really are. There's a reason people are spending the money they are, and there's a reason why you can't even find one of these damn rifles right now, is because they are hitting the scene and they are taking charge. They're expensive as heck, but there is a reason for it. So you're basically taking, an inexpensive, a decently priced rifle compared to a top of the line, super expensive rifle, and there is quite a bit of difference. But let's see what Cameron says here. I used a 25-yard zero to try to get a better zero and couldn't get accurate reading with Kestrel. Changed my zero to 50 and it's dead on Voodoo V22. Yeah, it is. And it's just like we've talked about it in the past, but the more good information that you can put into your Kestrel for later on, the better off you're going to be when you go to somewhere else and your environmentals change and you got everything, really spot on. So there is a difference. And sometimes you just got to learn it the hard way. Let's see. I need one of those patches, James Smith says. I think the only way you can get one of those patches, my friend, and I'm not 100% sure, James, but I think you have to attend. They actually give these. This is in like your little pack that you get when you show up to the match, when you sign up. So I don't know. You might be able to buy them online. I don't know, but yeah, they're always cool. And the one Ray had from 2 years before or a year before. That one was badass as well. So they do a great job of doing the patch. I don't know who the company is that that makes them for them or whatever, but they do a good job of coming up with a cool design for sure. I actually like the one. That one's super cool, but the one I think it was 1990 or 2019 or 18. That one was super cool as well. Let's see. I'd love to see that video with the 18-inch steel-barreled Bergara for comparison. This MacEve was a 16-inch, and this was a carbon fiber barrel. So just so you know, it was not the 18-inch. Left-handed V22, Big Country says. I don't know if they make one. I'm not saying they don't make one, but I don't know. I don't know if they make one or not. Maybe somebody else out there knows. Sticker free or buy, but patches must be earned, in my opinion. Yeah, there's some cool patches. When you do enter some of these matches, like when you went to, or when I went to the Hornady Precision Rifle Challenge, there was some cool stuff there that it's, you know, when you get to go, it's kind of pretty dang cool. So, what's the ideal barrel length for a 22 long rifle, Rick? So what I've heard, DW, is they say 18 to 20 inches. So not any longer and not any shorter than that. That's like the... Now, will they come out with some new science or some different type of... Killing is killing, boy, Ortiz says. But from the data that I've seen and what I've heard, they're saying that that's about the window. Anything longer than 20 inches... They say, depending on the ammo, your bullet actually starts to slow down, so you're losing velocity because the barrel's too long. And if it's not long enough, you're not gaining enough velocity. So right there in the 18 to 20 is what I have heard anyways. I'll take a Tico over at Bergara all day, Lakeview Outdoors says. They're both awesome rifles. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Haven't found one yet. 45. Hitler didn't have the balls to say that. Let's see. Armament and Axe says, I was never wealthy enough to afford top price gear, but always did great with what I could afford. I won a few matches in my day. Learn to run what you can as well as you can. No, and what Chris is saying is very important. I mean, I don't think personally, me, and I shoot quite a bit, everybody, but I don't think I can ever reach the full potential of some of my stuff. Like the pistol over there that I use in competition, that pistol will always be better than me, no matter what. I'm never going to be able to like outrun that gun, outperform it, any of that stuff. And I think the same thing goes with a lot of equipment that we use. There is times that it can be considered a crutch because like people that buy... And I was guilty of this as well. You go and you buy a Glock, and then you're like, man, this trigger really sucks. And then you put in a new trigger, and and you're putting all these things in it to help you become a better shooter. When in reality, if you would have spent that money maybe on, say it was a $200 trigger, whatever the case is, and you put that money into ammo and you shot $200 worth of more ammunition. Will that make you a better shooter? Yes. But at some point, there's little things in there that are going to help you with competing, whether it's a smoother trigger, maybe, and I'll say jerk less, but you should be able to overcome the jerk of shooting with the trigger if you practiced enough of it. But there is reasons why there's shorter resets and lighter triggers is because you can shoot the next shot quicker. You can shoot a better group. Depends on what you're doing. But yeah, what Chris is saying, there's great value to what he had said. Be able to basically be the best you can with what you have, and that's all we can do. No offense to anyone, but you can't buy skill. Learn to work with what you have. Yep. Let's see. Where's my tapler? Where's my tapler? R. Boyd. What the hell is a tapler? Did you get that memo? I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't got anything. I don't know what a tapler is. Is it a stapler tapler? Skills is what's important, not to the price of the gun. Excuse either way. Don't have what I have by sitting in one. And let's see. What do you say? Skills is what's important. Well said, Shaggy. Let's see. Miltrex Tactical made our patches. Oh, tell them we sent you. There you go. If you guys were talking about, if you like the Snipers Unknown patch that we were talking about, Miltech Tactical made those patches. So if you guys want to make some patches, Nick's place is out there. What's up? Bashing my Glocks, my man. Yep, Nick. This guy can run a Glock like nobody's business. But that's because he's a good shooter, and not because he has a bunch of shit on his pistol. Trust me, I'm the guy that's got a bunch of shit on my pistol trying to make me better. $200 worth of ammo is like 10 rounds these days. Yeah, pistol B, that's pretty true. Well said, my brother. Do you have a new rifle build in mind? No, Brian, I do not. And I know you've been around for quite a while, but you will not really see, besides some bolt guns. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff in order to buy some of the newer stuff that you've seen. Whether I've brought it to the gun shop and waited for someone to buy it, kind of deal. But I don't really have any new items other than some bolt guns. And that was like the thing with the pistol. I always shot that pistol. I would shoot it in the dirt, the mud, whatever, is because I wanted to get good at that pistol. I didn't care if it got scratches on it or what the case was. But getting back to the point, I don't have any rifle builds in mind right now. I want to just get better with the 22 long rifle and shoot my 6 Creedmoor. I want to do some PRS matches this year again and try to do better. And in order to do that, I don't need to be messing around with the new caliber or any of that kind of stuff. I got everything I need to go compete. I got 3 gun stuff, and I got my 22 long rifle, and I got my regular centerfire bolt gun stuff. So I don't need anything right now. Office Space reference. Thanks, R. Boyd. Gotcha. So Brian Marks, no new rifle builds. Mentor with accomplished shooters. You'll learn what tools take with you to the next level in shooting. Yeah, this one, I've always agreed with this. This does not matter what you are doing. If you want to learn how to be the best volleyball player, the best baseball player, bull rider, whatever it is, you need to be hanging out with the best bull riders and hanger, In order to get better, there's 2 different tracks, and I'll use the fire service as one. So you can be in the fire service 1 year and get 5 years of experience at a very busy house. Or you could be at a firehouse that's slow and you can get 1 year of knowledge in 5 years. Same goes with, we'll talk about the sport of shooting because that's what we're doing. If you have somebody that's better than you, or you have somebody that's the same as you, and you guys keep pushing each other, that's the only way to get better. Not the reason why I hang out with X-Ring, but the reason why I appreciate hanging out with X-Ring so much is because I'm always learning. I'm always asking. I'm always, especially back in the day, I was very, I didn't know much about 3-gun. I didn't know much about but shotgun. That was my big thing back in the day. So it was every question I would ask, I would get a well-informed answer. Very knowledgeable. It was like being able to have a walking and talking encyclopedia of knowledge right at your fingertips. When something came up, it's like, why does this have this on it? And the reason why that's on there, or whatever the case is, as an example. But in order to really get better, I think the people that lack, that are kind of handicapped, are people that don't have the ability to go shoot with somebody. It doesn't matter if you're better than them in some aspect, but being able to push each other. Because even Ray, back in the time, and I know he's still watching, but he was he's a very accomplished shooter. We all know this, but he got to the point where he wasn't training as much as probably he could have. So I'd be like, hey, let's go practice this, or hey, do you mind if we go learn? I want to learn how to do this. And I think he liked that because in the end of it, he likes to shoot anyways, but like someone pushing him to like try to do a little better. And once you get a timer out there, you know, or maybe that guy that's not as good as you per se, but he's getting better, and maybe he's like going, you know, where you're going, oh shit, I need to practice, so this guy's gonna catch my ass. Like it just helps to motivate each other, and when you can do that, it really helps to make things move forward and to get better and to get faster. My ammo can of mags can attest to that. I have way too much invested in my Glocks to part with. Yeah, I got a ton of Glocks too, Shaggy. Let's see. X and AA. That's why I buy once. Top shelf gun makes me do better than I am. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Daniel. Daniel's a big CZ, guys, if you don't know. He likes the CZ, which is a great gun. Let's see, what's Drew Bradley got to say here? Did you know the government wants to know that if you purchased a concrete mixer truck... Did you know the government wants to know that if you purchase... I haven't heard that one yet. ADI Factory is starting to ramp up production of Varget and H4350. I did get a text the other day, I think it was from Eagle Eye, saying that there was some H4350. If it wasn't Eagle Eye, it was somebody. I apologize, can't remember. Let's see, Eagle Eye, do you have any barrel blanks in 6.5? MTU. Uh-oh, Brian's wanting to build some stuff. If he doesn't, I know he can get one. Wishing I was shooting with you guys at the 22 LR match. I know, Brian, I was kind of hoping you would show up, but realized I need some equipment yet in order to be competitive. I tried to get my dope, but not having the tools makes it near impossible. I tried to get my dope. The dope you can get right on the phone, Brian. You really can. You can use, if you have to. The best thing is, like, if you guys are using Stray Lock, I call it Stray Lock. Somebody that has a Kestrel can give you the environmentals. So if you already have your information in there, and say you're really far away from the next tower that's going to give you the information, the guys, I can spin up one right now. Well, let's just do it right now. I'll tell you how fast it takes. Okay, it's on. Waiting for it to go. Environmentals, live, and do this for a few seconds. And lock, and then I would have been able to read you off your environmental. So having something, and if you got a buddy that has one of these. But yeah, you want to go ahead and get that dope ahead of time, knowing that at 250 yards your dope should be around here, and confirm everything. But let's see, he's helped me so much in every shooting discipline. He really has. He's very helpful. He's very helpful. Ambassador to the sport for sure. This guy right here, Mr. X-Ring, better known as Raimundo Le Donut Hunter. Hope you like that. That's going to be your next hat. Le Donut Hunter. I think a shirt needs to be made. Let's see. So Brian Duchesne, if you ever end up going out with us and we got gear you can use, you're more than welcome. I'm sure Ray would say the same thing. If you need a bag, we got bags. We've got bipod, whatever you need. It's more important that you guys get out there and go shooting than the bag. I mean, as long as you don't walk away and steal it, obviously we don't care. Let's see. Still giving her hell, baby. Watching you using for the camera now. I hate you couldn't make it, Brian. Yeah, I do too. It sucks. Let's see. Oh, he would have been, let's see. Hashtag still a dick. Donut Hunter. That's right. I'm coining it right now. Today is January 13th, 2021. Raimundo Le Donut Hunter. If he was here, he'd be smacking the shit out of me right now. That's funny. All right, what do we got here? Drew says, the guy who has large wooded land wants to build, but the permits will not be issued. 8 months ago, he purchased a concrete mixer. LOL. Now they want him to get special permits for non-commercial. Yep, they always want your money. Yeah, see, here we go, Eagle Eye. We got to get Eagle Eye over here. We got to get him on the East Coast, shoot a match or two. He's got a sister that lives not too far away, so he better get his ass over here one of these days, coming up after winter at least. Wish there were more matches. Cowtown in Arizona. Let's see. Still a dick. That's right. Dan just got in. What up, Brian? He sounds like I missed out on a good one. Yeah, we've been having some fun tonight. Sheball Seki. So, thank you, Sheball Seki. The potato ramen was phenomenal. That stuff was. I actually blasted 2 of those out last night after the chat. It was quite yummy. So, thank you. If anybody has a bayonet and wants to mount it to a 16-inch rifle, let me know. I'm working on the model for the 3D printed extended handle. Very cool, Shaggy Rifleman. What you need to work on is getting your ass to the dentist. Get that fixed, my friend. Waiting. Ortiz is getting some orders. Waiting my orders. And everything goes well. Should be moving closer. Need you guys to show me the ropes with the 22 matches. Ortiz, it'd be awesome to see you out here, buddy. Yeah, I did like the potato noodles. It was damn good. I might try the other one maybe tomorrow. Let's see. You're in big trouble, Shibaseki. No, you ain't in trouble. It's my favorite. Potato noodles is fire. That shit's good, man. I like it. It's got some good kick to it too. I don't know the name of it. I know we're talking about it right now, and I apologize because I can't give you more information on it. But it had something on the wrapper, and I probably wouldn't be able to read the shit anyways. But it was really good. So look for some potato ramen. Oh, and by the way, real Koreans don't eat top ramen, just so you know. Supposedly. I got because I have some of that upstairs. He's like, no. He's like, you don't eat that stuff. So you can weld. Wait, you can cold weld a bayonet and give him a green weenie on a tikka. There you go. Dennis, ice skate and a rock. Let's see. Damn, X-Ring has me wanting to get a bad tooth checked out now. See? Still a dick. Isyour6covered. Quit nagging. I'll be there tomorrow. Good, man. Good. Well, it's not that I'm nagging. I'm just worried about you. What would we do without the Shaggy Rifleman on here? Haven't had a chance to chime on yet. How far out were you shooting 22s today? We did 500 yards conservative sniper hunter on I think it was a 1/3 IDPA steel, and it was damn tough. Let me tell you, it was very tough. Did you get any footage? We got some footage, but it wasn't of that. We were, I don't know when you jumped in here, but Ray was doing a video. I actually didn't record anything today. I don't even think I turned my damn camera on. No, I didn't. I didn't get any footage today. But we did some comparisons of a Bagara, a Ruger RPR, and a Voodoo. But I don't know if that'll ever make it to a video. What's a green weenie? A green weenie. Green weenie is an Army F soldier. Let's see. Top ramen is only for college and the apocalypse. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know they actually made better ramen. Like straight up good stuff. So yeah, I've been my eyes have been awakened to the ramen master. Nobody answered last night. Did anyone else look up Shibal Seki? Yeah. So I asked. This is a great one, Cameron. Did anybody else look up what Shibal Seki means? Ray had told me today, and I was like, wow. Crispy feels like his squirrel and ramen noodles. There you go. Plenty of squirrel out here. Let's see. I did, but I'm not sure I was getting accurate results. Andrea Bacon. What a name I haven't seen in a long time. Welcome. You still out in Arizona? What camera do you and Ray use to make videos, and how do you edit? We use, if you're talking about our normal videos when we are on, like if we're at the range or whatever, we're using our phone. We are using our phone to do most recording. The quality of the cameras in a lot of these phones now are amazing. I know, big YouTubers, they'll use the whole DSLR or whatever the hell it's called, and do all that. And I'm just not into it. I'd rather just use a camera. I don't have to worry about trying to make sure it's auto-focusing and all that junk. So that's what we do. There you go. Add eggs. I've seen this. This guy is not lying. Hot dogs and eggs in the old ramen. The Ramon. Okay. So that's what we use, Brian, as our main cameras. For the most part, sometimes you'll see GoPro footage, like if we're leaving something down at a target. And sometimes, I think Ray did a couple videos where he used one of the drones. But for the most part, it's all straight up. Half the time we have one of our cameras down at the range, at least until he was started using the GoPro. But yeah, we just have two cameras, and then we just airdrop that video footage to whoever's video is going to be being used. Let's see. Tea jug almost empty. Sorry I'm late. What's up, West Covina? It's getting low. But 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So I got a little bit extra. I got backup. I got some backup action. Mississippi Buckeye. Interesting thing. Footage is old school film terminology. When film was gelatin and measured by the foot. Nice, Armament and Axes. Look at you go. That's a daily double in the old Jeopardy game right there. That's what that is. Add leftover taco meat to the ramen. Yeah, that sounds good. Glad you enjoyed the potato noodles, Rick. I did, Sheeball. Thanks, man. Let's see. Bob Smith, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. What is it with Korean and hot dogs? Have a good friend whose wife is Korean and she puts hot dogs in her Korean spaghetti. Brian, because nowadays you're not allowed to use real dogs, so you have to use hot dogs. I'm going to hell for that one. I'm sorry. I apologize. You got to admit, though, 90% of you guys are laughing your ass off right now. I hope so, anyways. That's funny. The camera. There we go. See, I got some laughs. That's my problem. Is my mouth works before my brain does. A camera that powerful as a smartphone is nothing but spyware, in my opinion. 12 megapixel, 20 feet away, can zoom into a barcode to letter address. Call me paranoid. You're probably right, because the megapixels that we use now and the cameras that we buy, unless you're gonna print billboard pictures, like massive wall pictures, you don't need that many amount of megapixels. At least as far as I know the way megapixels work. That will make you spit your tea out. I'm glad you guys no filter Rick. Yeah. See, I'm retired now, so trying to be professional, and not that I'm not trying to stay professional, but when you're in the fire service, and there's a few of you that may know where I work, right? If I was to say something really bad, I could lose my job. Even though I'm off duty, well, sometimes I wasn't even off duty. But, stay professional, right? I've been professional for 31 years, try to stay professional, but every once in a while I can have a little more fun and say stupid stuff that I probably shouldn't say. But that was funnier than hell. LOL, it's when Koreans were so poor way back. Samsung. Let's see. See, even Ray laughed, and so did Shibal Seki. So I think I should be good. That's the problem with nowadays. Not to get on a mini rant, but like jokes are to have fun. Comedians talk about races of all sort, and you're allowed to say, well, you used to be allowed to say as a comedian, you used to be able to have fun and enjoy, and as long as you worked the whole room, right, and tried to blast every ethnicity within the whole room and make fun of skinny people and larger people. See, I can't even say the word fat because it's not very nice. But like, if you encompass everybody and have a good time, you should walk out of that the comedian, whatever you want to call it, comedy show, and know that you had a good time and enjoyed yourself. But you're always going to get somebody on here that's like, people get mad at like me and Ray when we're bantering back and forth, and he'll say something that's racist. It's not even racist. It's just like he uses the term, like say he says something about, or somebody calls him Asian or like slant eye or whatever, right? He's not going to take offense to that because he's Korean and he does have a different eye shape than other people. Like you round eye, like me round eye, right? And it shouldn't be offensive, There's words that should offend a certain ethnicity, but like you got to know where you got to like live and have some fun. Like if you're just going to wait for somebody to say the wrong thing all day long, your ass just needs to go take a nap. Let's see. George Carlin was ahead of his time. There you go, Idaho Rogers. Yeah, man, because that guy laid down some freaking shit. Drew Bradley's on a flip phone still. Yep. Why aren't in California anymore? Welcome to freedom. Oh, you aren't in California anymore. Yeah, Lynn Holt, I'm done. I am out of there. I wanted to get home so quick. I did not know when, we don't know what the hell is going to happen. We really don't. We're sitting here basically like in a commercial waiting to see what's going to take place in the next few days. And it's not enjoyable. It's really not. And you can't really just dread on the time, and I don't know. So live each day the best you can as it may be your last. Have fun. Tell the people that you love them, because you just never know when you're going to leave this earth. And try to be the best person you can be. And, treat others as the way you'd want to be treated. And hopefully at the end of the day you get to wake up and do it all over again. Let's see, I take a nap as much as I can in layoff time. LOL. Hibernation, but keep waking up. Armament and axes. I made 5 gallons the other day. Oh. Hell, Shaggy Rifleman. 5 gallons of sweet tea? That's what I'm talking about. I am a California refugee too. That's right. Andrea, I've known Andrea for a long time. She's been on YouTube for quite a long while. I don't know if she still has her channel up. I haven't seen any videos popping up, or maybe I got undeleted or whatever it's called, unsubscribed. But hopefully you're doing well, and things are good here. Hopefully they're well there. She's in Arizona now, I think, though. She got out of the behind enemy lines quite a few years ago. Let's see. Chris B. Fields. Hopefully not. California is coming to all. I have to say it. What Chris is saying is true. You got a lot of people that are leaving California. I mean, a lot of people that are leaving California. So much so that they are trying to tax the people leaving out of California and get their last little paycheck before they leave the state. And that is going to be taking place, or maybe it already has, January, I'm not sure. But yeah, they want to tax you and tax you and tax you so that they can pay for people that don't pay taxes. And it makes it really tough to live in California. It is a pretty place. It has great weather. Most of the people suck ass, and the laws and the politics are just horrendous and horrible. And Gavin Newsom, he's a complete idiot. Hopefully he watches this channel because he is an idiot, and they're trying to get him. They're trying to get him pushed out right now. I think they got to get 100,000 votes or something like that, and they're going to recall his ass, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. But I will guarantee you this much. He's probably going to be the next something. Hell, he may be the next president at some point. Maybe 15, 20 years from now, they're breeding that guy to become the next president. Mark my words. Write it down on a calendar. Unfortunately, you will see him. Hopefully, I'm probably old and dead and gone by then, but yeah, he's going to be the next president of some sort. Not the next meaning next, but sometime in the future. Let's see. Elster, I'm offended that you haven't sent me a Kringle. Is that Kringle? Yep, Kringle. I like watching a bad version of America's Funniest Videos. You can show me the most informative, right to the point video, actual showing the next coming of Christ, and someone will be pissed. Yep, it does not matter. There's always going to be haters. Haters are haters. If Gavin watches this channel, send him a bill. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to tax his ass for watching this show. Is Newsom going to be recalled? I don't know, Brian. I'm hoping he is. The numbers, I think, were pretty dang close to the top of where they needed to be. I don't know if anything will really ever happen, but yeah, that guy's an asshat. So yeah, back to the whole moving. I can't remember who said it now because I've clicked off of it. But California is very impactful to all the other states. So for some reason, when you're in California, you just get fed up with everything, right? So I left California. But the difference between me is I'm a freaking God-fearing, gun-shooting son of a gun, right? I've always loved shooting. That's one of my biggest and most... It's my thing, right? But you get all these people that move to Colorado, and then they want to take all their rules and stuff with it. You got... they're calling, and they're like, my neighbor's shooting, and then they start coming up with all these rules, and then you can't shoot, and then you just end up turning every other state into California. And then they're basically moving from what they didn't like, and then basically putting that all in the process again. So it doesn't make any sense. They all just need to stay the hell in California and leave everybody else alone. And don't get me wrong, there's a ton of great people in California. Hell, I know a lot of them. But man, they're just ruining everything. That's why everybody that, like, when you are moving, like, you want to get rid of your plates as fast as possible. Like, anybody that goes to California. Hell, if you just go to California, or if you live in California, you want to go to Arizona, like, you don't even want to have your own license plate. Like, people see your license plate and go, oh, here's another idiot. Let's see. Yeah, they're moving here and pissing me off. Slapping hippies. That's what I'm talking about. I like the Batman. They are. They really are. They're coming to all the states, screwing them all up. Colorado is a perfect example. They all moved in years ago. Back in the day when I wanted to move, even before that. So I've been here 6.5. So let's say 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, they started moving there. Well, then you got people that are, we need a 15-round mag ban, right? So it's like, now these guys in Colorado, and Magpul used to work, their main corporation was in Colorado. And now these guys come in and they're like, we want a mag restriction. We want a 15-round mag restriction. And it's like, what is the difference between 15 round and 30 rounds? A mag change? So big deal. Like, come on. Scary. And then we got 10 rounds in California. Let's see. Rick, a Kringle is a pastry popular in Wisconsin. Thank you. Too damn many of them moving to Idaho. Yeah, Idaho's a big one right now. You got the okay, decent ones that are really trying to get away. And those guys a lot of them are moving to Montana and Wyoming and Idaho. But yeah, then you still got the idiots that are Still screwing up the state. But Idaho, yeah. It needs to stop. Yeah. You guys should put a tax in anybody moving in to the state. That's what you guys need to do. Too damn. Maybe you can keep them from coming in. Get on the chat if Netflix isn't running at home. Oh yeah, I'll send you a link, X-Ring, if you want to. Usually he's only 6 minutes down the street if he wants to jump in. He's probably in his good night clothes. Let's see. The problem isn't the lefties fleeing the state. The problem is the deep pockets in the Fed trickling down to the states. I don't know. I think it's both. Okay, what did Todd Elster say here? Problem is the cities are now talking to the rest of the rural surrounding areas of the state. And now the nation, there is a reason why they want to get rid of the Electoral College. If they did that, every large city would basically talk for the whole state. And that would be bad. License plate thing is the same in Texas. Yeah, Texas. What's crazy about Texas is, I remember we were in Colorado. I think it seems like most Texans, and Stephen Bradley, let me know in the comment section. It seems like when we'd be on vacation in Colorado, there was a ton of Texans that would come up and visit. I don't know if it was to see mountains or what, but a lot of Texans go north during the summertime. Let's see. No lie, lived in Walnut Creek for 3 years. Job changed and left. A year later, got a collection notice from the DMV. I failed to register my car. That happened to me, Lynn. They called me one day. So I keep my California phone number because I grew up in the town that I grew up in, which sounds weird, but I can't give it up. But and then I worked in the town, basically, that I grew up in for the most of my career. And I know more people out there than I do over here. So I've kept my license plate. But they called me one time, and they're like, "Yeah, you haven't renewed your car, and here's the penalties and all this shit." And I'm like, I don't live in your shitty state. And they're like, well, you need to send me, your driver's license and your insurance and all this shit. And I'm like, so they'll come after you. It doesn't matter if you even live there anymore. They want every tax dollar they can steal. I did say steal. And that's the reason. They want every dollar they can get. I was refused a rental car because I had California plates. No way in hell am I driving that back. Oh, I refused a rental car. Yeah, no, that is a fact. That is a fact. Let's see. Californians have ruined my home state. Idaho has become a liberal hotspot. Yep. Idaho. I love Idaho. Idaho's a nice state. Caldwell and Boise and quite a few places I've been all through up into the Panhandle and stuff. A lot of fun. We got 3 rounds of shotguns over here. So guess we are darn Californians. Otter. Oh yeah, Otter. I'm just glad you can have a damn shotgun over there, buddy. What city in Colorado are you from? 45 Otto. 45 Otto. Living in California is like living with a crackhead. You've got to watch your valuables. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Helen Waite is our credit manager. Yeah, this is a well said, Shibalseki. If you guys can't get this under wraps, I don't know if Red October's still out there or not. There's a lot of cities in Texas turning the old blue. A lot of purple going on right now and a lot of blue. Texans used to come to Colorado to go skiing. I can see that. I can see that. Living in California. Georgia's being populated by Mexicans and South Americans. Taco stand on every corner here. Well, at least you're finally getting some good Mexican food there, DW. That is the one thing I miss about California is the Mexican food for sure. Yeah, I already put it down there. Finally getting to the comments. I scrolled up and put, I like the Mexican food. LOL, I know, man. Tempted on selling my house in Idaho. Can't stand it. At some point, and you know what? If this takes place, which more than likely it will, unfortunately, it's going to come out of my lips. Here we go. Is Joe Biden's probably going to be our president, and Kamala Harris is going to be our vice president. And I don't think soon, within the next 4 years, it's going to matter where you live. Everything's going to get pretty shitty. So we're going to hopefully fight through the storm and wait for the next 4 years so we can get them out of there. Ortiz, you have a great night. Stay safe, my friend. But, man, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so out of control. So we'll see. So I don't think it'll matter what state you live in. California, Texas, Arizona, North Carolina. Wow, with those guys in charge, it's all going to be just a pile of crud, unfortunately, I think. Hopefully not. Let's pray it doesn't get that bad. Let's pray it doesn't. I liked Austin when I lived there. It is weird. Rick, Joe Biden can be your president, but Trump is mine. I agree, DW. Trust me, I'm all about it. Unfortunately, I lost a $500 bet. This bet took place 3.5 years ago. So Trump was kicking ass, taking names, doing everything that he said he was going to do, and I had bet a buddy of mine $500. I had no idea who was going to go against, run against him. I had no idea. There wasn't even a name thought up yet. And I said, I'll bet you. I think it started off as $50. And after many months and a couple years of smack talking, and it ended up being a $500 bet. So I have $500, 5 $100 bills in an envelope at the station. And once we figure out who the winner is, he'll either have his $500 or have to send me 1,000 back. Ryan Springer, he brings up kind of a cool point right now. There's a lot of people. They don't know what's going to happen, right? They're selling their stuff. Whether wrong, right, who knows what the case is. And actually, Ray and I were talking about this. You can never really own your land. Like, because of property taxes, you can own the piece of land. Your mom and dad could have owned a ranch that has been paid off for 1,800 years. And at some point, you still have to pay property taxes on it. It is the biggest crock of bullshit ever in order for them to basically grab any item and tax you, right? Even if that money, the same amount of money, was needed to be collected, say, some other way. Come on, camera, focus. Some other way. Like, I'll just pick something. Like gas. Gas was another, 10 cents a gallon, right? But you actually got to keep and own your own property. You didn't have to pay taxes on your property. Think of all the ranchers that have to sell off their additional acres of land just to pay for the property. Say hundreds and hundreds or thousands of acres that have been in their family for years and years. And they have to basically nibble little bites out of it every year and sell off that property just in order to pay their taxes. Well, at some point, who knows when, there is no property left. And guess what? It goes back to the government again. Everything. Nobody wins except the government, unfortunately. So anyways, back to this van thing that I don't know, you guys had commented quite a few things. It was a newer name in here I haven't seen. Wherever the hell it went. I don't see it now. But he talked about, oh, there it is, Ryan Springer. So talked about a van, right? And you see a lot of these people in micro homes, which are like really tiny, you know, and basically everything you need, the essentials, right? You know, people are going from big houses to smaller houses, trying to have less, live on more, and have more freedom, more fun, go out and adventure, retire earlier. And I think it's kind of a cool concept. I really do. Simple always works, right? Now, it's like a sandwich. You can have a sandwich, and the analogy is going to be a house. The sandwich is the house. You can have a house or a sandwich, and the sandwich can have roast beef, turkey, avocado, all the fixings of shit on it, right? At the end of the day, you just really need like a couple pieces of turkey in there and a piece of cheese maybe, right? And that little piece, you know, a couple pieces of turkey and that piece of cheese could be that van for you. Maybe that's all you really need, right? You don't need all that other bullshit. So simplifying. So I think a lot more people are simplifying, and they're really getting good, and they're living in vans. They're living in, like a buddy of mine. He's a big time mountain biker and snowboarder and all this stuff, and he's getting one of those. The hell are those things called? Mercedes, Sprinter vans, and basically, you know, you can live in that, travel throughout the United States or wherever you live, and you really don't need anything, right? Let's say maybe a washer and dryer to get your clothes clean. So I really like the idea of people doing maybe a little simpler, but yeah, to go back to the whole thing, yeah, the feds are going to end up with all your shit anyways, which sucks. They're going to change the rules big time. The number one goal is to change everything in their favor, so they will always have the Republicans really, what the hell? Favor, so they will the Republicans really drop the ball when they were in power. Yeah, I really think we're screwed. Let's see. So welcome to the show, Ryan. Thanks for showing up. Let's see. They are ugly but tough. We welcome you with open arms, Shibal Seki. There you go. See? Got some love in here. I live in an RV. Frankly, I would much rather live in a house like a grown-up 45 auto. Yeah, and that's not for everybody. It really isn't. Some people need their space. They need to be able to feel grounded and know that it's permanent. And I'm kind of more of the old school as well. I don't think I would want to live out of... now, I wouldn't mind traveling and going shooting competitions in some type of Sprinter van or something, but you really got to have a home base. I noticed I needed a home base when I would be at work, and I'm like, man, I want to get home. Like when shit goes down, I want to be at home. So there is people, and I would agree 45, I'm kind of the same way. Need a place like deep rooted, somewhere that you've been, something that you're used to. And Drew Bradley says Sprinter, so he helped me out there. Thanks, Drew. See, in the end, only one thing matters, and that's what I look forward to. Eagle Eye. Are Californians moving into Arizona? Oh, there's a ton of air. Arizona's getting inundated with freaking Californians. Don't know how folks live in tiny houses. Chili beans are probably banned. That's awesome. There's actually a community, I think about 40 minutes from here, if I was to guess, 30, 40 minutes from here. And it's actually all, I don't even know if the word's correct, but micro houses or mini houses or whatever the hell it is. And it's just weird driving through there. You're like driving around, and then at the end of the day, you're like, that's all somebody needs. That's it. That's kind of cool. Like if you could pay your house, if your house was paid off. And just so you guys know, yesterday I actually signed the papers on this house that I've been living in for a month and a half. Finally yesterday. So super excited about that. So finally it's official. I don't have to pay rent in my own house anymore. The guy that built it was super cool. Andrew's his name. And luckily I had I had met him prior to through our daughter's volleyball. So he was like, yeah, you can just stay there and pay me X amount, and I'll just, until the paperwork goes through. I'm like, cool. Sounds good. Let's see. 45 auto. What type of RV? Well maintained and run. And are you interested in living in Fort Myers? 2. Maybe we can work something out. There you go. You guys can do a trade. You go hang out at Ryan's house, and Ryan goes cruises around in your RV for a little while. I agree with Kenny. People are now buying these tiny homes. Don't know how you can adapt. That's a whole, like, you have to be, I think a lot of it is, you can't be so used to something, or you have to be willing to try something new. And I think you have to be like, where you really want to save the planet and do the whole, like, small, whatever the hell it's called, like gas thing, whatever the hell. I can't even think of what that's called. Like footprint, that is carbon footprint. Like you really want to, like you really think you're going to, you're really trying to like change the world kind of thing. So there you go. Ryan's ready to get the hell out of here. He wants to get in that RV and get the hell out of here. So you guys work on that. Let's see. I live in a van down by the river. What up, Big Johnson? See that, Big Johnson? See how I'm saying your name? See, that's what you're supposed to do when people come visit you. You're supposed to acknowledge them. Damn it. I'm just kidding. Now, if you guys haven't seen Big Johnson, he's got a ton of awesome pistol reviews. Super knowledgeable guy. Does chats. He did one tonight. I don't know if he has one I think it rotates between a few of the guys, but good chats. A lot of good information there. Go check it out. Andy Moore's out there. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Ryan living in 38-foot Class A motorhome. Why? Because I have a working contract. Let's see. We have those here in Texas. They call them micro houses. Yeah, micro houses. Yep. I don't know. I couldn't do it. Yeah, there's just not enough room for all the guns, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. The shit hits the fan, government will be taking your property anyway. Yeah, hey, bullets first, buddy. Bullets first. 45 auto, you're right, Stephen Bradley says. Well, I've been yapping for 1 hour and 42 minutes, so we'll get ready to tidy it up here, get the heck out of here, and thoroughly enjoyed. We had a lot of good conversations. We talked a little bit about some shooting. Big Johnson, I want to see if get you on a chat one night. Tell me how the rifle thing's going. I really like to see. I don't know if I haven't been keeping up on your videos, but hopefully you've been doing some 22 plinking with the rifles, and ask you how that's been going, and hopefully it's been going well, and you maybe do some, I don't know if you're shooting some NRL matches or what, but hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully, I always like to see new people get out there and do it. I know you like doing the pistols and doing the pistol shooting stuff, but I was wondering how the bolt gun 22 stuff was going. I got shit to do. All right, good luck tomorrow, Shaggy Rifleman. Good luck tomorrow. Big Johnson, I'm just having fun with you, buddy. I actually got to meet Big Johnson. Nice guy. Good to hear. Yeah, we'll get you on here. Tell us things you learned, what's a pain in your butt, what you like about it, don't like about it. That'd be kind of fun. Especially, be good to get a different, someone other's opinion than myself and Rez. All right, you guys. Well, Big Johnson, if you still have my number, give me a text, because when I retired and they got rid of my email, I lost 2/3 of my damn phone number, so I don't have your number anymore. But just text me on there, and then I'll have it again. You just got to put who it is, because I won't know. That's the problem. People call me. I'm like, hello? And then you're trying to figure out the voice, and you're like, yeah. And they're like, they know something's wrong because you're not normally either talking to them or not. And And they're like, you don't know who this is, do you? And I'm like, no, I have no freaking clue who this is. So they figured it out. All right. You have a good one? All right, Ryan, appreciate you subbing. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know if you like shooting or not. That's what we do here mostly, is talk about shooting of some sort, competitive shooting, rifle stuff, or sometimes shotgun, pistol, 3-gun kind of stuff. So we have fun. We learn stuff. I'm not the one always giving the information. A lot of times the information is sitting right where you're at right now in the comment sections. We got everybody's perspective, thoughts, and what they think about certain products that maybe come out, whether good, bad, or ugly. But at least we get the answers, so we don't go out and spend money on stuff that may suck or is prone to breaking or whatever the case is. So you guys all have a great night. I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully, more than likely, I'll see you tomorrow at right around 9 p.m. Eastern time.